Hey guys, welcome to our second podcast here on the Orlando Golf Network YouTube channel. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Chris.
And we're here at Orange County National. We're at home of the largest driving range in the nation. So it's a very large complex, very large driving range.
And home of the 2021 Orlando Golf Network Championship here in April.
Yeah, it comes up in about 34 days. We still have some spots available if you're interested, but we're going to have a great podcast here for you with Chris Miller, Dr. Chris Miller from Full Swing, talking about the best ways to get ready for your round. Our model, Doug Prusak, is also here with us, getting him loosened up, the best techniques for getting going. So.
Yeah, we got some questions that we had from some of our members that Chris will answer. So we're looking forward to hearing his insights on how to get better with our full swings.
Absolutely. So please enjoy the podcast. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Chris Miller. I'm from Full Swing Physical Therapy and Wellness. I own a physical therapy practice that's devoted to helping golfers like yourself who have a tight back, tight hips, problems with elbow pain, help you to become more flexible, stronger, hit longer drives, shoot lower scores, and not worry about re-injuries or flare-ups, or really having to worry about your body. Now your swing, I can't take care of that, but I want to get you to feel where you're not worried about your body anymore. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go through a simple couple stretches to get your back loose, a couple stretches for elbows. I have a lovely model here, Doug, who's going to help me demonstrate. And then we're going to do a couple band exercises, and then, end to end show you kind of how to get ready for a round. If you have more time, and we'll kind of do an abbreviated one as well. And hopefully we'll add you a couple yards on the first tee shot, save a couple shots, and prevent injuries. So keep watching till the end. There's a lot of great stuff. So we're going to start the routine specifically targeting people with a tight or stiff low back. The first thing you have to do before you start rapidly rotating your body is you have to loosen it up to where you can move through the full range. So we're going to start on your side, relaxed down like this, good. And we're just going to rotate hips away from shoulders. Tell me when it's stretching.
You go.
Okay. Pain?
You're good.
Okay. So we're going to hold this for close to a minute on each of the stretches, because the goal here is initially loosen up tight muscles. When you're trying to do that, you got to hold for 30 seconds to a minute depending on age. And then you're going to work on dynamic movements to start controlling that range that you've opened up. All right, can we do other side? Same thing? All right. So if you're trying this at home, you're going to drop a leg off the bed, the couch, whatever you're doing. That'll keep your hips in a good space. With your top shoulder, you're just rotating away until it's a good stretch. You're not trying to push into pain, just a good stretch. Good stretch there. And we're holding for, again, a minute on this one. Where do you feel that? Is that coming through here?
My hip.
Hip, okay. So sometimes you can feel this in your hip. Sometimes it'll go low back. What you want is low back, and adjust your leg position until it gets there. Is that got it?
You're good. Keep going.
What we got there?
I'm good. Keep going.
Okay. Let's go. Let's combo this. Where's that? Hip or back?
Hip.
Okay. Okay.
Back.
There we go. There it is. All right. On your back, please. So after we've gotten the back loosened up, we're going to work on the hips as well. Really what you'll find is a lot of times tight hips are going to cause back problems. in the swing. Justin Thomas has talked about that when he was in college. Brooks Koepka's talked about it. You've seen his trainer stretching him mid-round. I don't know if that's legal or not, but that's what he's done. So keeping your hips loose, especially in internal rotation, which is going this way, is vital to really just getting a full backswing and a full follow-through. All right, what do you got here? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going. Good. Keep going.
Okay. Push into me here. Rotate in. Push into me. Right here.
Oh.
Yep. Good. Relax it. There we go. Okay. That's probably good there. All right. So we're going to do external rotation coming down this way. Holding this hip down. You good there?
Keep going.
Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, there you go.
Okay.
You feel that loosen up a little?
That's good.
Okay. All right. So any tightness in your hips is going to restrict you going back, restrict you going through. And any restrictions slows you down. You know, if you guys keep up with the strokes gained stuff, a lot of the big way to shoot lower scores is just hit it a lot farther off the tee. That's the fastest way to get a lot better at golf. And any tightness is going to prevent that from being possible. Okay. Let's do other side, same thing. Because this is where you were tight on this one. Ooh, yeah, right there. What are you feeling at that? Is that painful? Just doesn't go.
Keep going.
Okay, push into me. Push. Push. Good. Relax. Good. Push one more time. Good. Relax it. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to turn your leg like this a couple times. Yep. Good. Good. All right. Now we're going into external. Loosen that up. Good here?
Yep. Good. Good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can you sit up facing that way so you can see the camera? Yeah. All right. So a lot of the stuff we just did there is a lot of it stuff that you can do at home, and it's stuff that we can go over. I can put together a sheet if you guys want to see something like that we can send out. But a lot of it's really just important to get the hips opened up. And one of the ways you can tell if your hips need stretching, two positions. One, if you rotate this foot out. So you want to see that rotation on both sides looks about even, right? So you can see here, maybe he's around a little compensated, but you know, maybe 30 degrees coming out. And on the other side, let's see the same thing. So that left side goes a little bit better, and that's consistent with what we've seen on your right. So we wanted to make sure those look even so that you can get a fuller backswing. And the other thing is crossing your foot. Yes, that's the other key motion, trying to keep that opened up. And if your knee's up here, we got some work to do. If it's down here, you're pretty good. And check the same on the other side. All right, so that one could go down a little bit more. Those are 2 quick tests you can do at home to check out your hips. If either of those are painful, obviously that's a problem, and we can work on that. But if everything feels good, you're probably ready to jump into the next level of stuff we're about to go through. All right, so now we're going to go over a couple stretches, just like we did with the back, for anyone that's a real pain point. Stretches for the elbow. If you're looking at, the difference between golfer's elbow and tennis elbow, stretching is still important. Golfer's elbow, if you're right-handed, it's going to be on the right, and usually that's from you being extra handsy through impact because you're getting that pronator muscle really firing. The way we're going to start by loosening up that is we're going to come out like this, Doug. Elbow straight. Grab your palm with the other hand, coming down like that, and make sure it's straight there. Don't pull too much, just a nice medium stretch there. We're going to hold for a minute on that.
Okay.
All right.
So, Chris, we got a lot of questions from some people from the page. They kind of want to know a few things. One of the first questions we got was, what's the importance of actually warming up your body for the round?
It's a great question. I mean, it's do you want to hit a longer first tee shot? Do you want to shoot a better score? Do you want to, miss a couple months of golf from having injuries? If you want to be able to do all those things, the warm up is vital to what you're doing. Just like, if anybody played basketball or baseball or any sports growing up, you don't just run out there cold and start expecting to, perform at your peak. It's really just getting your body ready for the activity and trying to prevent injuries.
Awesome. So we always hear that stretching is so important. Is that considered to be the best way to warm up, or is it hitting a bunch of balls really fast, or spending the time stretching?
It's a little both. So a lot of what coaches used to say is stretch before you play, right? And part of that is correct, but more importantly, like just getting your body ready for exercise is more important. So a lot of studies show that static stretching like this, something where you're holding it, decreases your peak force production in the muscle group that you're stretching. So sprinters don't want to stretch, they're going to decrease their sprint time. So for certain golf muscles, if you're only stretching before, you're decreasing your ability to hit longer shots. So if it's a pain area, like your back, like your elbows, you have to stretch to kind of settle the area down, loosen up the tight areas, but then you have to follow that up with an active warm-up that's going to really start getting the muscles firing. So it's kind of a mix of both. So the next thing, this is going to be more for if it's called tennis elbow, but it affects golfers, and usually it's going to be on the lead arm. So if you're a right-handed player, a lot of where you get it is if you're a big digger here through impact, that the extensors on this side are really taking a lot of heat through there, and the more wear and tear they're getting is where you're going to get a lot of the quote-unquote tennis elbow problems from. And what you want to do with that one is just the opposite of what we just did. So you're going to palm down, elbow straight, and you're coming back this way, and make sure you get that hand coming back. There we go. So that's going to be another minute hold on that.
So, another question we got was talking with people's backs and how to loosen their backs up properly for the round of golf. What would be the best warm-up exercise stretching that you can recommend for those people?
Absolutely. So some of the stuff kind of earlier in the video, warming up the rotation, getting that loosened up, certainly loosening up your hips as well. But then when you're about to start hitting balls, it's really like getting your body ready to rotate. So you're going to start getting into some of these where you're just slowly kind of extending the rotation that you can go through each time before you try to rapidly go through it. And then it's, starting with slower half swings and then progressing up into, full drivers. You don't want to rip full drivers right off the bat. But as with everything, it's just getting your body a heads up, like, hey, we're about to do something pretty strenuous here. Like, get ready.
Hey Chris, a lot of our members hit off of ranges that actually use mats at the driving range. Do you see any physical issues with regards to hitting off of a mat as opposed to the ground?
Absolutely. And to an extent, like, if that's what's available, it's what you got. If you're lucky enough to have a simulator at home, I'm not going to tell you to not use it. But certainly mats, a lot of what's right underneath the surface is rubber. So if you're hitting irons and you're taking a hefty divot, that rubber is again transferring a lot of force up through your wrists, elbows, shoulders, that the ground would not, because the divot is just the ground giving way and letting you come through, whereas the rubber is just trying to throw the club right back in the same direction. So anytime you're digging, hitting irons, getting the little green marks here, all of that pressure is just going right through here. So certainly if you have elbow problems in your lead arm and you hit off mats, I think that's a pretty good cause and effect to look at there. So in talking about the more dynamic warm-up and getting your muscles ready, one of the best ways to get like core, upper body ready for the swing is with some bands. I'm holding them just so I can demonstrate, but you can shut this in a door. Some of these have little things that you can put in the hinge and it'll stay in there. So the first thing we're going to do that's going to work hips, balance, core, shoulders, is we're going to do a row with one arm, and we're going to start with your right arm, Doug, only, and you're going to stand on your left foot only. So we're like, yep. So now pulling with the right. That's right. And if you try to do this and you fall after 2, we got some balance work to do as well.
That was 5.
All right, so switch to the other one.
Okay.
There we go. Try to keep your chest on me. So just the arms pulling. There we go. And then tighter to the body. Yes. There we go. All right. All right. So next one we're going to go through, you're just swinging the club back, except it's bands. So you're going to start at like an address position, and instead of arm pulls, even if that's how you swing, the idea here is getting your trunk ready. So you're taking it back with your hips, with your chest in front of you, right? There we go. There we go. Good. All right. And then we're going to flip around and do the same thing, but, starting at about 9 o'clock, coming through to impact. Yep. And this also gets that lead arm ready to, be impacting the ground with the irons. Good.
Definitely felt that through here and through here.
Okay. Anything?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
all right.
Perfect.
Good
All right,
stuff.
so the last one is a little bit for shoulders. Let me demonstrate this one. This one, if shoulder rotation is a problem or it's a little bit weak, this will get that warmed up as well. So you're going palms up, pull into the chest, rotator cuff and back warm up on that. So straight here, and then come in there. There you go. So come up a little bit. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect.
Oh, definitely feel that in the
Yeah.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Definitely feel that in the shoulders. That's good.
So if you have bands at home or if you choose to buy them, you don't have to do this at the course. It may get some weird looks, but if you do it right before you hop in the car, if you do it at home, if you do it at the office, plenty of the good effects are going to last into the round, and then that's when we can get into starting to take some swings and work on some speed a little bit, so your peak speed is right before you start teeing off. So now that we've done all the band warm up, all the stuff that you can do at home or the office, when you get to the course, again, get your body used to rotating. First way we're going to do that is club on the chest, and you're just trying to we're getting the stance. You're going as far as you can back and through. What you can use a ball down the middle as a reference point to gauge if you're turning any farther each time. You do want your hips to turn. It's not about just trunk. It's just about getting the whole motion warmed up. And on the first few, it's just going through it, kind of oiling up the joints in there. On the last few, you can really start adding some speed and getting your body ready to really swing through. It's pretty good. And then we're going to go right into swings, but with the grip end down. You'll see guys talk about overspeed training. There's products out there that do overspeed training with light clubs, with heavy clubs. Bryson just swung his driver millions of times really fast. And the idea is just really teaching your body, like, you can swing faster than you think. And by starting with the lighter grip end down and just taking some nice, we're going to do about 10 real fast swings with the grip end down. Is a great way to just really rip it with it. You're not hitting the ball, you're not worrying about slicing it off the planet. It's just going fast with rotation. All right, so then we're gonna do, you feeling good?
Yeah, feel great.
So now we're gonna do 10 maximum swings, just as you would, no ball, but just going as fast as you can. Sounded fast.
Felt fast.
Very good. Once you've gone through all of this, here's where kind of time comes into play. If you have time to go hit balls, go with your wedges. Hit a sand wedge 3 times, hit a 9-iron 3 times, and kind of every other club hit 3 or so of them. Unless you don't have time, and in which case you're just, rolling up out of your car.
So one of the last questions we wanted to go with was, and why we have Doug here as our motto, is he's the king of coming in hot. So when you do come in hot, straight from the car, straight to the tee box, running up there to catch with your boys, what should you focus on to get ready in that short amount of time?
So like car to first tee. That's what we're talking here?
Yeah, straight car to the first tee.
I like that. So if that's what it has to be and that's what you like to do, pretty much what...
It's not always what you like to do. Sometimes it's what you have to do.
Yes, of course. So what we just started with here is where I would go, right? So you're going club on the chest, just get your body used to rotating, get that going. You can do a couple squats actually just to get like everything awake. If there's a little hill, you can do some squats or walking up the hill. But squats really get all your good leg muscles that are required to generate power through impact. So you'll do your 10 twists, you'll do your grip in down 10 swings, and then you'll do your 10 fast driver swings, and that should be sufficient to kind of get you ready on the first tee if you have 31 seconds to get ready.